know, it's been almost 2 years since you started coming here. You realize that?
Yeah, it's been, I can't believe it's been 2 years. I can't believe that much time has went by. But it's been like a really amazing 2 years.
I mean,
So,
I can't even imagine, when you were coming down the hallway looking in the window, what was going through your mind? Like,
like
those are nice purses, or.
yeah, I thought there was really nice things in the window. I mean, I never would have imagined that as soon as I came in here that I would be learning to sew. So that's just when I think about that every time, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I came in here that day.
Yeah.
So
And I know you met Arthur first, because
yeah.
he probably saw you, looking in the window, and he probably shocked you coming out to talk to you, because
Yeah.
you were just looking in the window, and then here this person comes out to ask you, if you want to learn how to sew.
Yeah, and I remember you asked me before, and I was just kind of I don't really know what I could do as far as making something, so I was kind of iffy about it, and I'm just really, really glad that I had came and tried, and now it's now I'm making dresses.
Yeah, yeah. So that first day that y'all just pulled out a sewing machine, what was that like? I mean, I wasn't out there then, so I don't know at that beginning stage when you first started.
It was actually kind of just surprising because I just looked at it and I'm like, how am I gonna do this? And just I kind of just figured it out on my own, and okay, well I could use this foot pedal, just take my arm and press it, and then it just kind of happened, and then it I don't know, it just happened. So.
And then you got a chance to come in here after he worked with you for a little while. We started talking about things you would like to make.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was surprised that you wanted to make dresses. I probably was more surprised at the type of fabric that you picked more than anything, because being a young person, you have this 50s vibe.
Yeah.
The type of styles you like, and then you had the ice cream sandwiches and the pancakes, fabric and stuff like that. I mean, what crosses your mind as to why you would pick that type of fabric? Those prints.
Originally I saw an ice cream sandwich dress on Etsy, and I really liked that dress, and it was really expensive, and I couldn't buy it, and I just, and then when I started to sew and I started to come in here, and I was like, wow, I really would like to make that dress, and so I searched for that specific fabric because I thought it was a really unique looking fabric, and I found it, and I was really happy about that, and I don't know, I just thought, I just never seen anything like that before, so
and I know you have a fascination with skulls.
Yeah.
I've seen
I'm
several.
wearing a skull shirt.
Oh, okay. You're wearing the skull
and
shirt.
Pants.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat, though.
Yeah.
It's like embroidered, kind of embroidered on there.
Yeah.
It's very nice. When we first started talking about patterns, even in my mind, I was probably saying, I don't know how we're going to do this, but at the same time, I thought, if she's willing to try, I should be willing to try. So here we are now, 4 dresses later, and it's amazing just to see that you really want to sew, you really want to create, and now, as we've been talking, you really want to create a new line of clothing.
I really do.
So.
Yeah, because I've always liked fashion, and when I was younger, I would draw things kind of out of magazines for inspiration, but I never really thought, hey, I'm gonna, obviously in the future I'm gonna want to make clothes, and the more I started coming in here and sewing, the more I started being interested in fashion, and like I kept looking at all the things online and all the really beautiful dresses, and I'm just like, I want to have my own fashion line someday, and I want to be like at New York Fashion Week with all my dresses and different types of people wearing my dresses. So yeah.
You know, the other day we were talking, and you talked about how, you know, now knowing what it's like not to have your hands and your arms, you kind of understand a little bit better about fashions, even for people who, you know, whose arms have been amputated.
Yeah.
And you know, I know that we've helped you, you know, cut off some of your jackets, but will you be including any of that kind of thing with your designs?
Oh yeah, like definitely, because um, like I just know how like difficult it can be to buy. You know, you go and you buy clothing online or in the store, and it doesn't like it just doesn't fit you in the right way, and I do want to do like custom orders for people that you're either just like an amputee or just like have any kind of disability that have problems like wearing clothes, and later I'm going to be wearing prosthetic legs, and those are also hard to like wear pants over because they're so bulky.
Okay.
So like I want to do something for that too, because it's just very hard to like wear stuff that looks really good because the legs are so bulky at first. So
And I mean, does that type of fashion already exist where you can find the pants that would fit over prosthetics or?
no, not that I've seen, because I've like seen, because I look on this group where it's just solely like for amputees, and they share like their stories, or they share whatever that's happening with them, and like, and sometimes I see like what they're wearing, and sometimes I'll have to cut off the jeans to make them fit. Or I've never actually seen anything custom for people with prosthetics or just amputees, because there's not a lot of like amputees that are missing both their arms, but there still needs to be a market for that though.
Right.
And the same for legs too. Like just because you don't see a lot of people doesn't mean that there shouldn't be like a market for that. So,
right. Okay.
yeah.
Well, I look forward to seeing what type of designs you're gonna come up with. Now that you've done 4 dresses, what do you really see that you want to do in the future? Because I know we as we make plans to do more things, what other type things do you want to do? Do you want to learn how to sew?
I mean, I know I've been mostly doing dresses, and I really love doing dresses, and I like to make skirts and shirts and pantsuits. Or I mean, I would just like to make like anything in the collection, and I would really love to like someday or make like a really like couture like just somehow like a long beautiful dress. Like I really like to do that, because I like every time I see those dresses, I'm just like, those are so beautiful. And yeah, so I really like to make something like that.
Now you remember the video we did that we sent to Africa?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't told you this, but they have started making sandals.
Oh really?
Yeah. And they may have a few bags, but I definitely know they have been making sandals, and they actually have them they're putting them on a website so they can be able to sell them. So that's another way you've inspired people, and you know, even though we're here in America,
Yeah.
you know, just by them seeing your story, that's changed somebody's life.
Well,
So
that's great, and that's really amazing. And because I recently I posted that dress on a sewing group. It was like on a Facebook sewing group, and I got over like 1,000 likes, and people were so like inspired by it. They're just like, I was gonna quit sewing because it takes so much time, and I just until I saw this video, and I just saw what you're doing, and it's just like it's encouraged me, and it was just like really amazing to see like all those comments, and like people were just like really amazed by it. And so I don't know, that just made me feel really good when I saw that, and that I encouraged people. So
see, that's amazing by itself, that you know some people would just see what you were doing,
yeah,
and then they would feel encouraged to, you know, to get back into sewing. Well, you know, I'm all about people learning how to sew, but
yeah,
just to know that, you know, the things like that encourage people to keep doing it, because one of the things I say is if we don't have people sewing, we won't have fabric stores anymore. There won't be any scissors anymore, you know, because there won't be a market for it. So I'm glad to see all these people sewing.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Was that easy?
Yeah.